recreation, historical preservation, or affordable housing. And finally, the library has numerous summer activities planned. For more information, please contact the library at 508-669-6421 or visit their website at www.daytonlibrary.org.
Maybe you gentlemen will be interested in some of the painting and sanding, as you're looking for some things to do, and if you contact the highway superintendent, I'm sure he'd be more than glad, and he'd be pleased to have some help, but it's there if you're looking for something to do, as I think I heard you say, correct? Okay. Personnel reports.
They're going back to school pretty soon, they're not going to have time.
Personnel reports, Mr. Cronin.
All right, we have a couple correspondence to read and go through. Again, we try to be as transparent as we can. Any dealings that go on in town that seems to create a controversy, we don't try to push it under the rug, try to make it people aware of it. And we use our meetings to do so. This is in regards to, this is two-part. This has all been settled legally. Legal fees have been paid for by the town of Dayton. And this all pertained to a resident filing 2 complaints with the Attorney General's office for violations supposedly made by the Board of Selectmen and the police station committee. I'm going to first read a letter from a resident now that this case has been closed, stating their feelings and their impressions of what happened. Dear Chairman Whalen and members of the Board of Selectmen, my wife and I were informed in November 2011 of a complaint being filed with the Attorney General's office against our home and the police building committee by Mr. Thomas Medeiros. Presently, these complaints have been dismissed and unfounded by the Attorney General's office. Mr. Tom Medeiros, a town resident and employee of the Dayton Fire Department, along with his entire family, attended my home on September 22nd, 2011 to discuss the potential construction of a new police building. This gathering was open to all and was attended by Mr. Whalen as the selectman chairman. No other selectmen were present at this meeting. The gathering was informal, with ideas being shared for the construction of a new police building. It is a shame that there was such a negative attitude displayed by Mr. Medeiros at this occasion. When I learned about Mr. Medeiros filing a complaint, I was furious. However, I am really appalled to think that Mr. Medeiros, who does not own property in town, is wasting the Dayton taxpayers' money on such minute, unfounded violation claims that the town of Dayton was forced to defend with legal counsel. We consider ourselves reliable, intelligent adults who planned this open gathering at our home, knowing we were in total ADA compliance. Furthermore, we had sufficient parking on our property, a very large field, and had permission to park in neighbors' yards across the street if needed, so there'd be no traffic issues with anyone parking on the street. Again, Mr. Medeiros was well aware of this. His entire family attended in separate vehicles, hoping to fill the driveway, only to find we had ample additional parking. The restroom was to the right of the Medeiros family with very easy access and is ADA compliant. The handicap ramp at the front door was open, but no one attended this meeting that needed this facility. We asked, how can this man be allowed to verbally attack so many people and employees of this town and have no consequences to face? I am well aware there is freedom of speech. However, he seems very vindictive and should be made accountable for his false allegations and slanderous remarks toward us, and also Dayton employees. Working as a municipal employee, he should be held to higher standards. Again, in my opinion, this is not the mindset of Mr. Medeiros. The progress made by this present building committee, in my opinion, has been very fulfilling. We will continue with our efforts to construct a new police building despite the negative efforts of some Dayton residents. Signed, David and Annette Tweedy.
How much did that cost us for legal fees to defend that, Mr. Cronin?
It was $862.
So Mr. Medeiros cost the town $860
Yes.
to defend frivolous complaints.
Now, this came, and this is accessible to anyone who wants to read this. This is will be on file. It's now public record because this case has been closed. These were 2 violations filed, and this response came from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Office of the Attorney General. Open meeting law complaint, which was forwarded the first copy to our attorney, dear Attorney Gay. This office received a complaint dated November 16, 2011 from Thomas Medeiros alleging a violation of the open meeting law, General Law, Chapter 38, Sections 18 through 25 by the Dayton Board of Selectmen and the Dayton Police Station Committee. The complaint alleges that on September 22, 2011, both the board and the committee held a meeting at a location that was not compliant with the Americans with Disability Act, that's the ADA. Additionally, the complaint alleges that on September 28th, the committee held a meeting at another location that was not ADA compliant. The complaint was originally received by the board and the committee on October 19, 2011. We received your response on behalf of the board and the committee in a letter dated November 1st, 2011. In reviewing this complaint, we reviewed the October 19, 2011 and November 16, 2011 complaints. Your November 1st, 2001 response to the original complaint, the notice for the board's September 22nd, 2011 meeting, the open invitation to attend the September 22nd meeting with Chairman Bud Whalen, the notice for the committee's September 28th meeting, the committee's September 28th meeting minutes, October 14th letter from the Dayton Building Commissioner, which